Everyone, I hope you all are doing well and all of you are safe and healthy. This is Radhika here again, and this video is going to be about covert narcissists and their deep relation with idealization. As we all know, covert narcissists have idealization as one of their main tactics or strategies or behaviors in which they kind of try to control people around them. So they the ways they do this is, say you are married to a covert narcissistic person. So what they will do is they will subtly or very overtly, sometimes it can depend time to time, compare you to someone else, and they will show the other person as an ideal. Like, for example, say you are learning how to cook food, but say their mom is very great at cooking food. So what they will do is subtly they will compare something that you make to their mom's food, or they will praise their mom's food in front of you while eating your food, something like that. But the energy behind it is basically an energy of you are not good enough, or you are not um, doing something in the most ideal way, like how someone else can do it, and you are not doing it that way. So what this does is it basically makes the other person in the relationship feel less, right? And it makes them feel like they are not good enough, they have to work harder at whatever it is they're doing. um, they feel smaller. Basically, it develops an inferiority complex in that person. And they do this with almost everyone who they are in a relationship with, like the idealization of someone else over the person they are in relationship with. And it doesn't come from a place of, oh, that person has a good quality and we should also adapt it, or you can adapt it, or maybe this thing that you do is not healthy, you should do it this way instead. It doesn't have that energy, because sometimes you can compare yourself to other people and not get into a mode of feeling less, but you can get inspired by them to do better. But the covert narcissist doesn't really want you to get inspired. There's a difference. They just want you to feel less. So it's not even like if you adapt that behavior or if you improve to that degree, are they going to be satisfied with you? That's not the point here, because the point is whatever they have is not ideal. And so this video is to understand where that comes from in the covert narcissistic person. So it actually comes from a deep internalized feeling that they themselves have, which tells them they are not good enough. And this feeling comes from over idealization that has happened to their child self when they were a kid, by their parents probably, or by society, or by the school they were raised in. I don't know, anything it could be. So when this covert narcissistic person was a child, whatever they did was not good enough. So ultimately what happens is they start internalizing that uh, pain, or that idea that anything that exists is not good enough. I need to improve it. So if they have like a room, they will not be satisfied with the room. They will constantly have to improve it in their brain. They will keep thinking that I should get a table, maybe I need a painting, maybe we need this, maybe we need that. With themselves, they will always be unhappy. I have to do this. If I do it, I have to do it to a level of perfection. I have to do more than what I'm doing. Similarly, to the other person, if they have like a relationship like a friend, then they'll be like, this friend is not supportive enough, they are not doing enough, they are not caring enough for me, they are not showing up enough, etc., etc. So all of this is this internalized feeling of whatever isn't good enough. And that usually comes when the child has grown up in an environment which was not supportive at all of the child. It always asks the child to do more, do better, do faster, do etc etc. So like when there's over criticality when the child is growing up, many times they become covert narcissists later on in life, because they have this deep internalized feeling of whatever I am is not good enough. And that's where it kind of comes from, this shame that they have. And that's why they create like this false image of themselves in front of the world, in which they can do no wrong. They're always good, they're always gentle, they're always correct, or even if not correct, they're humble. They accept their mistakes. And so all of these are good qualities, obviously. The only problem that covert narcissists sometimes can have, especially the low level ones, is that I mean, if they are high level, then obviously they know that something is deeply wrong with them. But if they're just coming into the covert narcissism, then what they do is they completely disown parts of themselves that show any weakness. Like if they are lazy one day, if one day they don't want to show up to work, if one day they are like, I just want to relax at home today, I don't want to work, they will not show this part of themselves. Instead, they will go to work and they'll just get angry at everyone around them or blame everyone around them, because they can't accept the fact that they are a human and they need a day off. So instead of that, they will go to office and ruin everyone else's day. So they are not able to own parts of themselves that were shunned in their childhood. And they basically can't tell themselves that maybe my parents were overly critical. Maybe my parents made me only look for good stuff in life and not accept anything that falls in the bucket of bad for my parents. And once they have that kind of an introspection, they will be able to realize that it's just a conditioning that they have. And if they kind of give up the conditioning and start accepting themselves for all of who they are, slowly maybe their covert narcissism will dissolve, because they will start accepting all of themselves. And when they are angry, they'll show their anger. When they're jealous, they'll show their jealousy, or they will accept it. They will say, I'm jealous of this person, I feel bad when I see this person live a good life, I want that life. And even the acceptance of this kind of takes away their covert narcissism. It might become overt narcissism, which is okay. It is still closer to being fully integrated human if you are an overt narcissist. But coverts really have a problem, because they are not even able to accept a lot of parts of themselves. So yeah, this was the video on why covert narcissists share a deep relationship with idealization, because they have been taught since their childhood, and it's their childhood conditioning, um, to always look for ideals in everything. Ideal husband, ideal wife, ideal employee, ideal company, ideal country, ideal human race, etc. And it can lead to dangerous places when you're always looking for idealism, and when you're always not in acceptance of what is. So yeah, that was this video. I hope this helps you in some way, and as always, I wish you all a lot of love and a lot of light. Thank you. Bye.